Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today I'm doing a quick review and installation of the rear window louvers in the texture black finish, fitting all 05 to 14 Mustang Coupes. Now this particular option is actually one of the more affordable rear window louvers on the site, coming in right around the $280 mark. For the textured black finish, you get a really aggressive, stealthy look for your rear end, and the design here is a two-piece design, but they come together and are bolted together for a one-piece liftoff. What that basically means is once you have it installed, you can lift off the entire louver set in one piece for easy cleaning of your rear windshield. Now it is an ABS plastic, which is a very durable and common material for rear window louvers, as opposed to some of the aluminum options out there. Personally, I really like the ABS construction as opposed to that aluminum simply because aluminum options can tend to be a little bit noisier when rattling against your windshield if not installed correctly. The ABS, you really don't have to worry about that, and plus the installation is super simple here with the brackets provided in the kit. Along with those brackets, you also see 3M to line the actual louvers themselves to make it a little easier to install on your windshield, along with some adhesion promoter. That install is going to get 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. We've got our 06 GT pulled into the shop, so let's see how it's done. The tools needed for this install will be an alcohol and water mixture, a flathead screwdriver, the supplied adhesion promoter, and a microfiber towel. Before we can install the louvers onto our car, we have to assemble the two-piece into one on our table. The first thing we'll do in that process is to temporarily install our 1/2-inch center stud bracket in the middle to connect the two. Once we have those installed, we'll install the side stud brackets around the perimeter, and then from there, our edging. First things first, the center brackets. So the first thing we need to do is take our center 1/2-inch stud and remove the thumb nut. Now we'll take the louvers and put the longer piece over top of the bottom, put the bracket through the hole, and attach the thumb nut from the other side. All right, we're gonna do the same thing for the opposite side. Remove the thumb nut, feed the 1/2-inch center stud through the hole here, and use the thumb nut to tighten it down on the other side. So once the center is connected and the two-piece becomes one, we're gonna take the other center stud brackets, remove the thumb nut, and go onto the bottom piece. Now there's a little label on each side to show you what the top is and what the bottom is. So the bottom center brackets will go here. Again, remove the thumb nut, feed it through the pre-drilled hole, and tighten it down on the other side. And then repeat for the opposite one. Once your center stud brackets are in place, take your side stud brackets. As you can see, the side stud is pushed off to the edge here, which is going to make it easier to install into the rest of the perimeter. We'll install that there, and then tighten down the nut on the opposite side. You want to make sure you're using the stud closest to the edge there so that the rest of the bracket is pushed inward. We'll install the other side stud brackets to the other pre-drilled holes. So the next step in the process, once you have all of your brackets in place, take the 3M foam tape that's included in the kit here, and you'll be cutting to length each piece that you're gonna place in between each of the brackets around the edges. So again, you're gonna measure it out in between the brackets. You can peel it off and cut by hand, peel off the backing, and stick it into place all around the edges. So once you have your foam tape around the outside edges of the louvers, you want to do the exact same thing for the middle sections that separate each individual louver themselves. So we're going to break off pieces, line the backing on each louver window, and then we'll be good with the tape. All right, so as we're finishing up the last couple of tape lines going across our louvers here, I just wanted to point out, I know that this is gonna seem like there's a lot of work involved to get this prepped, but it's really just completely necessary in differentiating this product from some of the other ones on the market. Now this tape here that you're lining up is extremely easy to apply, as you can see. It's just a matter of lining it up and peeling off a backing. This is gonna make the difference between your louvers rattling against the glass and having the foam layer there to protect it and keep it from making that noise against your rear windshield. With your tape around the edges in place, now we're going to disconnect our temporary brackets that held the two pieces together. With these disconnected, we're going to apply our red double-sided 3M bonding tape to the lower half top portion of our louver set. Now the reason we're applying the double-sided 3M tape to the bottom portion of this is we're going to use this to help connect the two pieces together and prevent them from rattling with each other. So with our sides peeled back, we'll reconnect our two pieces. Make sure you leave that peeled off tab facing the bottom so you have access to it. From here we'll line up our holes and reinstall our brackets. Once your brackets are in place holding your two pieces together, you can take the excess tape that you peeled off with the backing, remove it all the way across while pressing down to attach them and firmly bond the 3M tape. Now, one of the most important steps in the entire process is making sure your back windshield is completely clean, freeing it of all dirt and dust, just to make sure your 3M tape for the brackets get a really good bond with the glass, and you don't have to worry about them peeling off. So what I'm gonna do is take our 50-50 mix of alcohol and water and our microfiber towel and just make sure this is completely clean. You wanna focus most of your attention around the edges, maybe that black portion around the clear glass windshield, because that's where your brackets are gonna stick. So once you're done wiping off your windshield with your alcohol and water mixture and your microfiber, you're ready to move on to the next step, installing the louvers to the rear windshield. Now, this is the most important step here, making sure you clean it off. Second most important step is making sure you firmly press on the 3M bonding with your windshield. You can use the included adhesion promoter in the kit here from ENG. We're gonna skip over that step simply because we are gonna remove them from the vehicle, but if you wanna make it a more permanent solution, adhesion promoter is definitely a good thing to use. Now from here, we're gonna go back to the table, peel off the 3M backing on all of our brackets, and then install it to our Mustang. With the 3M tape backing peeled off on all of our brackets, we can then apply it to the rear windshield on our Mustang. Once you have everything applied down, you want to put pressure all on your brackets to make sure the 3M tape really bonds with the windshield glass. From there, you can take a flathead screwdriver and tighten down the thumb nuts on each one of the brackets to make sure everything is secured. Alright guys, it's as simple as that. If you're looking for a set of rear window louvers with the textured black finish and your price point's a little under 300 bucks, the rear window louvers with that textured black is a great option, and you can find it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.